What do you guys want to talk about?
St. Louis.
Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, true chatter. Yeah, I think it's time for more true chatter. Born every day 100 new fake rappers. We got too many powers, too many actors. But us brothers only good for entertainment. Lack of.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, true chatter.
Welcome to this edition of A-Train Arlington Lane. Always something going wrong in the opening, but that's okay. We're here. It is WWE Football Monday. That's what I want to talk about a little bit. Cody Rhodes. So thank you. Oh boy. You know, it's been hard when you don't have your partner in crime. He's here, he's coming, but just a little difficult when you don't have it. And look what they did to my stuff, man. They done changed up everything. My presets are all different now. All the way different. It's all the way live. There you go. I like that. See, I'm gonna use that instead. It's all the way live. That's my song, by the way. All right. Let's get into it. A little bit. WWE Football Monday. I'm gonna talk a little bit about some football. And there were some great games last night. Some we're not going to discuss. It week 8 in the NFL already. Golly, it is already going down. Like the season is just flying by. I mean, just literally flying by. There's a team that's making a lot of noise and a team that wishes they could make noise. And the team that I'm talking about that's making a lot of noise is this group right here.
Comes down to one last play. And it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught! Caught! It's a miracle! It's Noah Brown! Oh my goodness! This town is going crazy! It's a madhouse in Landover, Maryland! He did it!
Yep. The Washington Commanders pulled off the miracle in Maryland. The Maryland Miracle, however you want to place it as courtesy of the NFL. Yeah, the Commanders, they are looking really, really good. Now, I know that was a miracle play, but don't you know there are times when everything just seems to go right. And for the Commanders right now, everything is going right. And I just want to say publicly on this show, I do not like Joe Burrow anymore. He's costing me fantasy points. He's costed me. I had everything lined up for a W in my league, and it's a league where there's money involved, and he cost me. And that fake Cody Rhodes looking head, I got people here, and I got to keep it clean. So, you know what? I'm Um, uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. Congratulations. I will give you congratulations to Washington. And I will say that the reason behind all of that, it's their defense, but Cliff Kingsbury working with Jaden Daniels has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. And it's well deserved, and you see it right there. And that's what happened, folks. When you take a team and they were very stagnant in the offseason. I'm talking to you, Dallas. I'm talking to you, Dallas. You already know that you can tell. And you know what? You can say schedules are different, a little more tougher than they are. Okay, cool, whatever. But at the same time, there was nothing really done differently that because you can sit here and tell me that was well deserved. Shout out to Mike Leslie over at WFAA in Dallas. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, and Doc, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, man. But you know, the hits just keep on coming, and the hits just keep on coming. And there was a play yesterday during the Dallas and 49ers game, and it led to Trayvon Diggs having words with Mike Leslie of WFAA in Dallas. And let's see. I'm gonna let you guys decipher if what Mike Leslie said was wrong. He said, okay, here it is. This is the play right here.
Started under center, walked back to shotgun and throw across. Here goes Kittle. On the run, George Kittle inside the 10. Kittle to the pylon. What a run. He is marked just short. George Kittle took off.
Okay, so you have that, right? This is what Mike Leslie, he had responded, and was this. He said here, quote, down here, what is Trayvon Diggs doing on this play? He then said Trayvon came out the locker room, approached me about the tweet. He said, I don't know football and I can't do what he does. He said he and I are in agreement about that. He didn't offer an answer as to what he was doing on that play, however. Yes, but he also told him that he can't hold these nuts, is what he also said. The quote was these nuts. And there's video on it. I can't find it. I know it's there. I just do know. Anybody can find it for me. It'd be greatly appreciated. Just greatly appreciated. You know, because hey, I understand that. Yeah, y'all can join in on the conversation. So y'all saw that too. I just can't understand that. Like, why? All he wanted to know was about the play. He saw the tweet and he got mad, you know. But that's Dallas for you. Dallas got a huge problem on their hands right now. And they were my pick to win the division, man. And boy. But see, that was back in July. They didn't make many moves then, you know. So here we are. We sitting here in week 8, and Washington, the Commanders, right now, as we sitting here on October 28th, they are sitting pretty at 6-2 atop the NFC East, just by a half game. But my guy's here. You gotta make some sense of this. All right, Reverend Doc's in the house. There he is.
I'm back.
How you doing, sir? Yes, sir.
I'm amazing.
Welcome back.
I'm amazing. How you doing, brother?
Some type of trip, did you not?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing
man. Oh
fantastic,
yeah.
man. I'm doing good.
Oh yeah. Big trip. Long,
Big.
but it's big.
And you, sir, have recovered. You recovered
Trying
faster.
to.
That's you
I'm
trying.
trying
Okay,
to.
that's
Trying
good.
to. Trying to. Yeah, that's what they look
You trying to recover.
like. Trying to get back in the swing of things, you know.
Yeah,
Know how
man.
we
Yeah.
you know how
It,
that go.
it's wild times in these here streets, man. And we gotta welcome
Yeah.
you back to the norms, man.
Man, I'm grateful to be home. Grateful to be
Yeah,
home. Grateful to be home, you
man.
know.
Man, they messing up my colors, man. Like I didn't mean I really did. But here we are. My colors are being messed up, but it's okay. I'm not
It's
gonna
all
make
good.
a mountain out of a molehill. Okay. So all right. You- what's up? What's up with your boys, man? I said I wasn't gonna do it, but doggone it, it just can't. I
No,
can't get
you
away from it.
can't do that. You
I
can't
can't get
do
away
it.
from it. I can't
You
get away
can't
from it,
do it,
man.
man. Yeah,
I
yes, you
can't get away.
can.
No, I
Yes, you
can't.
can.
I
Why do
can't.
you fall into the prey and the traps of these cowboys? Y'all, we gonna have these conversations for the rest of our days because they are not ready. So stop. Let's just go on and go into wrestling because that's what we're here for. Okay, let's just go on and go to what we're here for. What is
I
our
will.
motivation today?
I
Our
will
motivation.
say. I
No,
will
you
say.
don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say a thing. You don't have to say nothing. We had this
I'm not gonna say
conversation
anything
already.
about Dallas. I was done with Dallas. I was done with Dallas. Okay, because I don't need you coming after me, man. I don't need you coming after me this week. Okay. I will say this.
Uh,
Shout out to Noah Brown, the former Texan, game winner against Washington.
yes, sir.
You know what? Because after they got Diggs, I was thinking, hey, who's going to be the odd man out? And the odd
Right.
man out was Noah Brown. Then Noah Brown got with Washington, and he didn't find him a spot, and now he delivers on the Miracle in Maryland. So
Yeah,
they six.
man, that was big.
It was big, especially for a couple of top pick quarterbacks that were going at it, and both teams being over 500. Both of that was great, and it showcased why it was the game of the week for CBS. Because usually when that happens, you get the top commentary team with Tony Romo and Jim Nance, who's H-Town guy himself. So, a little bit of H-Town references thrown in for that particular game. And I all I say is, man, I'm done with Joe Burrow. Can I say that?
Oh, well,
I'm done with Joe
you
Burrow.
know, you know.
I'm done with him, man.
I kind of already predicted that this season was going to look a lot different than what we expected, only because of the simple fact that we got some great players that came in from the draft, and man, they came in ready to go. And so some of the key players, man. Now I'm gonna tell you who really hasn't shocked me, but he has made such an impact is Pat Mahomes. And I'm not a big Pat Mahomes fan, but you cannot negate what they doing in KC. Like they like they winning. They finding ways to win. And even this boy having a bad, I mean, it really wasn't the
Not a good
worst
year.
type of a game, but he hadn't been having the best of year compared to the stellar years he's had before. And so, every team that rocked it in the last couple of years are really falling under. You look at Baltimore falling yesterday. You look at you still had, San Francisco, even though they've been what 2-5 or 3-3. Now
Yeah,
they
they down the middle.
4 and 3. So you talking about the Eagles, like everybody that we normally would see on top, they just getting stomped now, man, and it's starting to expose the hand of not just the injuries, and I don't want to kind of put it on injuries, but man, these players just getting paid just to sit back, and that's why I said we shouldn't even have a Dallas comment ever again.
Well, Anthony Richardson admitted he took himself out the game because he was tired. And then, of
Oh
course, that
yeah,
Bears player that made the tap on the Hail Mary said, what was the worst in the
oh yeah,
NFL?
oh yeah,
All right.
oh yeah, oh
All
yeah.
right. It's break time. We come back. The real show starts. We're going to talk a bit about the the E and what's been going
Let's
on
go.
the last couple of weeks, because I know you got some stuff that you had to catch up on. So we'll be right
Yeah.
back for the A Train show in less than a minute. We'll be back. We're back on this edition of the A Train show, the A Train Arlington Lane. Yep, WWE time. All right.
Let's go.
Wrestling. Okay. Where do we begin, sir?
Oh, I started choking immediately. Oh man.
Where do we begin? Hey, got you so bad it got you choking, right?
Raw.
Where you want to start with Raw? Okay.
Yeah, let's go with Raw.
There's a lot to catch up on. There's a lot to catch up. You know, Halloween Havoc was last night, and
Right.
I would say Halloween Havoc was had great matches. Except there was a couple of misses. Boy, there was some big misses too.
Yeah.
There was some big misses. I'm talking about in appearances and in matches. There was some big misses. But overall, it was a pretty good pay-per-view. They were able to make the dynamic work, and I get it. Shout out to comedian Ron Funches. He was like he did a stand-up set. Do you really want these guys to get killed in the ring?
Yeah, man.
Because people miss. When people miss, and you see it, you like, no, that was a big miss, man. That was a big botch.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you really want these guys to get killed, like with headbutts and stuff? Like, you should have knocked their
What
head
match
off.
stood out to you though? In the Halloween Havoc.
In Havoc, the first one, Obafemi versus Tony D'Angelo.
I agree, man. That was a great match though. And I like all of the finishes other than the botch at the end. I think it could have had a better stick, but other than that, I thought the match itself was a great match.
The match itself was great, and it's like what I've seen during the stories is Obafemi has a weakness for women. Are you seeing that?
Where are you going with that? Are you going that route with it?
I said for women. That's all I said, man. Listen, after what he did with Nikita Lyons on NXT,
I agree.
It was like all you gotta do is put a woman in front of him, dog. He get weak. Like that's his kryptonite.
That's his kryptonite. Okay, I can go with that.
That's what I can go with
that. I can see that.
And now the pursuit should be for the NXT
main thing. Main thing. Let's go.
But the person that has stepped up that they're looking at right now is Ridge Holland. Now.
Yeah. Did you like that match? Let me ask you that question.
I wish did you like that match? Outside the ring. That's the only thing. If you're gonna have a match like that, I need to have some matches where let that sucker get outside like it used to. They used to have them like hardcore matches where they're out on the ground and they making covers,
Right. And it's an ambulance match, so everything should have went. Like it's a major match. So,
but it was that was the miss to me, was that match, the ambulance match. I wasn't a fan of it. Because it just looked
staged. It looks
Everything
staged to
did.
me. Yeah,
Everything.
it just
Everything looked
everything
staged.
looked real staged. Yeah,
They
I
stayed. They
agree.
stayed on the outside. You know, you had the
I agree with
gurney. The gurney was barely used.
you. I
You
agree
know,
with you.
it wasn't. It didn't thrill me. You know,
Yeah,
Obafemi and Tony D'Angelo did. The only thing I just hated that the family came and got involved.
that's what I'm saying. They had a botch at the end. Yeah, I hated it.
I kept that. You keep that, man. This supposed to be 1-on-1. So if Tony D'Angelo couldn't beat him himself, but those are the stories. It worked for the situation. Because it was Halloween Havoc.
Yeah,
Um, Julia and Stephanie defeating Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. It's okay.
I ain't like it.
I'd rather it had been a championship match, but
I don't like it.
that's
I didn't like that match at all.
yeah. I
I
get to see Roxanne pull pop rocks one good time. So it's like again, like you said, they kind of just thrown together.
yeah,
I hate that Kalani Jordan had to lose the title, the North American title.
yeah. And you can kind of see it going with them putting Fallon Henley at the back because normally JC would be like at the end of it by her being quote unquote some symbolic leader of that pack of that faction. So you
Mhm.
kind of would have expected her to be at the end, but when I heard Fallon was going to be at the end of it, I was like, "Oh, they doing this to get Fallon over."
The championship,
So
yeah.
yeah, so I kind of see that, but they negated my girl. That's all I'm saying. That my
Hey,
girl,
but the reason because of that, there's a story between
her
Kalani
and
and
Lola
Fallon.
Vice.
No, I was
Oh,
talking about with Fallon. Remember, they were friends.
oh yeah, that's right.
Her
That's
winning the
true.
title actually made better sense than a JC Jane or Jasmine Nix.
Right.
Take
No, I agree
so,
with that. I just felt like if she was gonna drop the title, it should have been to somebody else. My girl,
I
is what I'm
mean,
saying.
your
That's
best friend, your former best friend, that made sense.
I
Think about the
mean,
time
I
Becky
don't
Lynch and
I don't care
Charlotte
about what
Flair.
I don't care about
You know
what
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense. I'm just saying, she needs to drop the title to my girl. You know, that's all I'm saying.
You wanted to be
I'm
Jada
being
Parker.
biased.
I got you.
It's got to go to the JP. JP
It's
is ready. She
it,
ready. You don't think she ready yet?
that's a little more tweaking that can be done, man. It's
Oh
almost
my
there. It's
God.
almost there. It's almost there, man. Listen.
I think she's ready, man. Let's get her. Let's push her over.
Oh yeah, a lot of
Let's-
times you don't want to rush it too fast, or you end up like Jay Uso. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, but
no,
no,
facts though. That's facts though.
listen. And then you had, of course, Trick Williams versus Ethan Page. Now, what's funny to me is that
Yeah.
the build up was greater to me than the match.
So that video,
Inside
I'ma
the
kill me.
videos, I was like, okay, Ethan did his thing, and then Trick did his thing. Turned around, I said, I hope Kurt got permission for this. Oh, Kurt
Uh,
did they give the
it
permission?
wouldn't even shock me if Kurt wrote it for him. Like it wouldn't even shock me if Kurt took the song and wrote it for him. Like it wouldn't shock me at all.
Because
It
they
would
went
shock me.
almost verbatim with this song, man. I know it was a
Absolutely.
parody and stuff, and you
Absolutely.
could call it as
Absolutely.
such. But goodness gracious, and shout out, they supposed to be there. It made sense now. Devon
Yeah.
Dudley was in the video.
Yep.
Bubba
Yep.
Ray shows up at the end
Yep.
for the whole thing with Rich Holland. Okay, now it makes sense. Now I see why I'm like, why is this even making sense? That's because they backing up Trick Williams.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. They have to. They have to because I think he dropped it too early. See, they wouldn't have had to do all of this if he hadn't dropped it yet.
Yeah,
So
but here's
now,
the thing, though. Ethan Page having the belt was not wrong because you see, he rose to the occasion. He was a main eventer, and he makes sense to be there. And I think
but how
in the
many times
future,
did we see him wrestle though?
who
Like how
Ethan
many times?
Page?
Yeah, like how many times did you see him like defend the title, or other than the paper, the PLEs? How many
That's
times
what.
did
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. You want to
you
see
see what
him
I'm saying?
defending
Right.
on the show, and
I mean, that's what
a lot
you
of
give
times
him
you
the
can't
title
get it.
for. Yeah.
True, but it's also you got to remember you have other talent that you have to work with. It'd be different if the show's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Then you could kind of do that. You can
So
make time
then
for that.
that's what I thought. That's what Saturday Night Main Event was going to be about. because
I think it's still
that's
going to be something. I think they're going to still do 2-3 hours for that.
because I would give like those who don't get a lot of TV time, main roster time, go ahead and make NXT a main brand like Raw and SmackDown, and then make main event like the developmental, where you give some of the undercards an opportunity to work up to a storyline on the main event
I
on the
think
big thing.
it's because they put it on Peacock. They got the WWE main event. I don't think Saturday night's main event is going to be utilized for the undercard. It's going to be mainstream because they're discussing it like they want to make that a whole PLE on network television. So I mean, they don't have a pay-per-view in December. So I think that would just make more sense to use Saturday night's main event for that, and then you have the Peacock network for the level ups and the main events, so you can watch them on those type of platforms. NXT is like really blurred on development brand and actual brand. Like they keep going back and forth.
Right.
Between the two, because you see in the development, but also it's a brand of its own.
It has its own brand.
And we've seen, and you have your own fans that devote to NXT. So that's how you look at things right now. And shout out to those at Bound of Glory, TNA. I guess we don't believe in.
I didn't even see that card. I didn't see that card.
He didn't win his match. JBL showed up for that one. That was a
Did he interfere?
And yeah, he interfered in the match, but not for Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry. Yeah, not for the competitors themselves.
Okay.
He was he was for somebody else. So
see, I didn't get a chance to see that. I didn't get the chance to see that at all. That match.
The big ones were Jordan Grace dropping her TNA Knockouts World title, and then the Hardys winning the TNA World Tag Team titles. So those were the big ones. And Mike Santana defeating Moose. Now, from what I'm hearing, that contracts between Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham are up for them at TNA, and there's rumors swirling that there's a certain organization that wants their presence to be known.
Jordan Grace already made her appearances, so I'm quite sure.
Just kind of makes sense at this point. If they can. And then I forgot with Halloween Havoc, the appearance of Zarya showed up, and that's when my botches were. She tried to do the head, but you can see.
Yeah, see it. Halfway missed. Yeah.
She halfway missed. She totally missed.
Yeah.
But her appearance showing up at the end of Fallon Henley trying to speak got interesting. So yeah, it does make the women's division a little bit more compelling with that. But back to Ethan Page and Trick Williams, man. Trick Williams. Page, I said. Trick Williams did get the win with the trick shot. And when Ethan Page brought out the bag, I'm thinking they finna throw tax. I'm like, are they ready for some tax? For real?
No, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
But they threw out the nuts and bolts. I was like, okay, it ain't as harmful. But I'm like, are you still dropping on your back on those? Those still kind of hurt. But I'm like, tax, stick you. And I'm like,
and they stay in there.
Yeah. And I'm like, if they was going that route, I'd have been like, okay, whoo, all right, they really trying to really show me something. Sean really wanted to go hardcore for this. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, let's take a quick time out because we're at the top of the break, top of the half hour.
We got to get to this bloodline talk.
We about to get to it right after this. This is the
Good
A-Train
God.
Show, WWE Football Monday, right here, Fuel Sports Network and FuelSportsNetwork.com. Back after a minute. We're back on this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington Lane. It's about to get a little chaotic as we continue on with WWE Football Monday here on the show. We were talking a bit about Halloween Havoc and a little bit about what was going on Monday Night Raw. Crown Jewel is coming up this Saturday.
Yep.
It's here.
Yikes.
This is the go home shows.
Yeah, the last two. We got the last two in this month.
I'm pretty sure SmackDown's show is going to be taped. So, because they got to get there to Saudi Arabia by Saturday. So, I think they taped the two shows on Friday night. So, we'll see what happens as we get to what's going on, JTK. Good afternoon, sir.
What's up, Jay?
We got the go home show. The big story right now. Right now, there's two compelling storylines. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton is starting to. We talked a bit about it. About Zarya's debut. I was like, it was cool until she tried to
have the pop.
The head, but it didn't have this bigger pop.
It didn't have the pop.
Two of the storylines, and they all intertwine with one another, and it involves Cody Rhodes, and that's Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. That's scheduled for Crown Jewel, and the fact that Randy Orton called out his friend Triple H on SmackDown. Like, if you saw the video,
yeah, man. No, just watching it all together. Him walking out, going to the table
from the back,
from the very beginning. I seen it come. I was like, "Oh boy, this is not going to end well." And this great storytelling. It makes it look like Triple H was not involved, but then listening to the conversation of Triple H saying, "Yeah, I talked to him, and I don't think this is what you want." So to kind of give this unhinged Kevin Owens is about to really make this Viper Randy Orton match. Like, I think this is going to be crazy dope. I'm looking forward to it, though.
I really hope so, man, because this is all about Cody Rhodes. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
That's what this all about. It's about friendship with Cody Rhodes, man, and betrayals. And
so who screws Cody during the Gunther match?
Is there going to be one? I think Kaiser's going to try. Kaiser's going to try. But the question is going to become, is anybody going to go out and relieve Cody Rhodes? But here's my thing. Does Cody Rhodes really lose that match? Do you allow him to lose that match to Gunther? Because if you do that, you have just told your universe that he is not your overall champion.
No, that's true. But then, do you give it to Gunther? Do you ride the whole entire company on Gunther, or do you ride the company on Cody? Is the question you got to ask yourself.
If you already have built this story for him to be at the top of the company, he was the one that WrestleMania last match. It wasn't Gunther, was it?
That's right. It was
Cody Rhodes.
No, I agree.
Why would you go against the grain? I mean, WWE likes to do it. Don't get me wrong.
I was about to say, you already know why.
To do it, but it would not make it's not good business sense, especially when you have said that it definitely would bring a surprise factor. But if you look at the heights between the two, Gunther got the edge, right? So you got to ride. Exactly. I'm right there with Kev. Ride the company on Cody.
I mean, no, I agree. I agree to ride the company on Cody. I definitely agree with that. I think that's what should have been done from the very beginning. However, you gave Gunther the belt. He is the champion. So
it's a second-rate title. It's not the biggest. You called the undisputed WWE champion. You called him at the top of the company. Why would you do that? Why would you put the world champion as the head?
It's so many scenarios that changes the whole concept of this. I think for me, what is the significance behind making this crown jewel champion? What is the significance in
And
your
that's what I'm trying
estimation?
to figure out. That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out. I'm trying to figure out how is championship. You're saying that this is the dominant person is, and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how do you what is the significance of that? Because you would literally say these are the people that I'm finna ride this company on for the at least the next 3 months. At least, at least to get us to Royal Rumble. Because we
Mhm.
gotta start everything starts new at Royal Rumble. So at least for the sake of November, December, and January, because Royal Rumble ain't until February.
Hey, get your tickets. I'm pre-selling. Hey, I'm getting my pre-sale tickets for the Rumble. November
Oh,
13th is going down, man. It's going down. I'm going to Indianapolis
I
for this
wish I
one.
can go, man. I wish I can go. I gotta be here.
Oh, you
I'm
can't
in
do it, baby.
revival that I'm in the revival that week, so I gotta
And,
be here.
and that first week of February,
Yeah.
woo.
And that's my anniversary, wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
Gotta
you
go.
can't do that. You can't do
20,
that
22
unless
years.
he says,
Oh,
"Yo, let's go." If he said, "Yo, let's
if
go,"
she say, yo,
that's what
let's
if she
go,
got. If she
we
say,
gone.
"Yo, let's go," that's what I'm saying. If she say,
We
"Yo,
gone.
let's
Yeah,
go,"
we taking that last. I got us going to the last Raw here
okay,
in Houston
that's cool.
in
That's
December.
cool.
So
That's cool.
you know,
Yeah,
she
and that's
make
gonna be
she
significant because
yeah.
also we mentioned Monday Night Raw. I think if I'm not mistaken, the first Netflix Raw will be January 14th.
Yep.
And the
Yeah.
place it's going to be in is the Clippers' new arena. If you haven't seen that bad boy, Clippers might be bad, but that arena is not. That arena is so nice.
Hey, but you can't say we didn't predict all
Ooh.
this stuff though. We kept saying all of this stuff was gonna pan out. I said that about Cody. I said that about Roman and Jay and Jimmy. I've been kind of calling it because the storyline makes it a little bit.
Who is
Who
the
is it for?
former world champion that Don will face? I'm gonna say Rhea Ripley.
What?
Uh huh. Is she not a former world champion?
But why would he face her?
Seriously?
No, I'm saying you think they're gonna put a match together with a male and female like that?
Uh huh.
I
And
mean,
Rhea's gonna
they've
win.
done it before. They've done it before with China, but
I swear, if that's where we headed, it is. It's letting me know what Netflix is gonna look like. It
well, this
really
is gonna be
does.
totally chaotic. This is gonna be chaotic, bro.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Shoot.
It's
Hey,
gonna be
play
so
my
chaotic.
wait, play my music. Play my music.
It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be so chaotic.
Oh my
Let's see.
goodness.
I think Rhea is going to have to get her revenge back. She got to get the title too, but she got to get her revenge back. Or there has to be that big battle between Rhea and Raquel. We got to get that one before we get to Liv. So it's almost kind of like the Mortal Kombat go stage one, stage two. You get to Goro, then you get to Shang Tsung, then you finally get to Shao Kahn. You got to have that kind of a stage setup. So if Dom is gonna be a part of that setup, then let's go and get that out the way. Because I don't really want to see that, other than the fact that I really do want to see this Raquel and Rhea beat that. I just think it's gonna look different this time than it was when they did it before. I think it's gonna look different. That's gonna give the dominance to Rhea to get back to title, or even having a Raquel at some point turn on Liv because of the simple fact that Liv had been present during Raquel's downtime. Just kind of
Ooh.
elevated herself and was like, I
Ooh.
did this, I did that. I'm the leader of Judgment Day. I'm the leader of Judgment Day. I'm the one that got the women's champion. I'm the one that brought Raquel back. I did this, I did that. So it's gonna kind of make
Ooh.
her turn on her. I mean, but that's just my observation of what I think could possibly happen. What I do want to see though is that Rhea Raquel match, and then I want to see a fair Rhea Liv match, and just go and let Rhea get the belt back, just for the
Okay.
sake of holding the women's title back.
I'm gonna answer this question from JTK. Said he feel that neither Gunther or Cody should be fighting for the crown jewel belt. I feel it should be other fighters. If the CJ Championship is not a major title, they shouldn't fight for it. It actually is. They're labeling it as one because whoever's the champion is going to hold that in
for a year.
advantage for a year. So that also kind of gives the idea that's who's going to be champion going all the way to the next crown jewel.
I was gonna say it's almost kind of give you the symbolic idea of King of the Ring. You know, you crown them, you let them go, and look at what happened. The two winners of our King of the Ring tournament are two of the fighters that are champions already that holding the belt to fight for this crown jewel champ. So I think it makes I do halfway agree with you though, JTK. I do halfway agree. Here's the reason why. I feel like if you give somebody else an opportunity for a belt, it gives more push, and that's kind of what we've been talking about for the past few months. Excuse me, is getting more belts so that we can have more people holding titles, and that way you getting all these people that's coming in. All of these new teams, all of these new people, they're coming in, but what are they fighting for? They just fighting every week to kind of hold the card, you know. But we need more belts. We need more belts.
I think you get that next year for sure. With more belts. Said, do you guys think Kalani would be the next next women's NXT champ, or would she get the? I think she's going to go pursuit of the latter, the North American NXT Championship, because you lost to your best friend, your former best friend. So it makes sense for her to just pursue that again. Just same way like with Obafemi and the Tony D'Angelo story.
I agree.
It's pursuing that back again and let her not win. And if you decide to go back and forth with it, so be it. I'm cool with that too, because a lot of times you got title changes that happen often.
Yeah.
You know, and they may want to go in with that shtick. Cash in Saturday. Interesting. I'm going to go on a limb and say yes.
On who? Ha!
Golly.
This is going to be interesting. I'm telling you. I just don't think they're gonna take it off of Nia right now. I think she's gonna try to cash it. I don't see them taking it off of her right now.
Wow.
I don't. But it's a great possibility they will.
You think Liv is in person? They cash, you know? Okay, there'll be a tease.
Well, you remember I said that before that happened on Monday night. I said that on the show Friday. I said, watch, there's going to be a moment where, because she can cash in with anybody, I said there's going to be a moment where she's going to come in on a Monday night and try to cash in on a Liv. It was almost possible at that time. Of course, you know, all they got botched up. But my point is that there's a great possibility that they could make that happen. Now, what would the value of it be? I don't know, because you would still have to move somebody from Raw to SmackDown in order to fit it.
Yeah.
But I think I would do it, and that gives more for Rhea to be fuming and fizzing about.
And she's gonna laugh about it, but then because now her title's gone to somewhere else. Yeah.
And she got to fight. She got to fight to get back to it. As long as Liv got it, she got a chance for a rematch. But when that title changed hands, now you got to fight from the bottom. And going through that fury, if you're gonna make her a terror twin, quote unquote, you know, this is the Rita Bloody Ripley. You go in there and you go and make her a main stick where she go in there like beating everybody up to get back up there again. Like I just think that's just what you do.
All right, let's take one more time out and come back. Bloodline infested the last part of the show. All right, we'll be back
My goodness.
right after this. We're back with this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington. Look at you with the pyramid, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
We came back bearing gifts, rather.
yeah, I see you bearing gifts. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It was fun, man.
Yeah, all right. Bloodline.
Bloodline. Let's go.
Listen.
This is bananas. Is what it is.
Roman has come back. Roman. Now, I think I seen at the end of a SmackDown, a question just came through before we went to break. When will the wise man return?
Coming soon, buddy. Coming soon. He's been in development from what I heard. He's been in development of the next crew that's about to come in. From what I was told. And this source was pretty accurate with the other stuff that I've heard. But there's another crew of the Anawa family that's getting ready to make their debut on the scene. He's been in the background working with all of them. So there will be. I told you there will be more to come because he is a part of the mastermind with The Rock, the final boss, in trying to get this major civil war coming.
This. Did
Let's go, man.
Did Heyman just turn on Roman Reigns? Is what you telling me?
No.
You said
this
no.
Is it. That's just been behind the scenes stuff. He ain't turned on Roman yet.
That would be some sick stuff.
Now it would be.
You weren't there for me, and yeah, I cannot.
I'm the one that got the Tongas. Because remember when Jay said, we don't deal with them. That's
we don't deal with Jacob. He said we don't deal with Jacob. There's a reason. He said if he keeps
why you call them? Yeah. Bro, this was good stuff, man. I just didn't like the fact that he lost the belt. That was my issue. But I understand the premise.
The effect of why they did what they did. They said, hey, if you saw it, the bloodline cost him the titles.
Yep.
Turned around.
He cost them theirs.
Tag team. You can't have a belt.
I can.
If I can't have a belt, you can't have a belt.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that.
You can't.
That was so crazy. I don't like this cover me up thing. We already know it's him. Like, so why just let him come out there and screw him?
Especially when Michael Cole and Corey Graves were both saying, you know who this is.
You know who this is. Right. I know who this is. I know who this is.
You already that blew that up.
I see his eyes. I can see his eyes. I'm like, oh my God, we knew who it was. And then his mannerisms are, was that of Jay. So we already knew. Now, here's the thing though. What the world did not see on national television was what they showed on YouTube is with all three of them together.
Hey, shout out to Paul. This is a Paul thing. I'm talking about Paul Levesque. Because like what I've seen over these last couple weeks is that after after Bad Blood and that incident with KO and Cody, they have allowed more of the wrestlers to dictate the story. And I can't be more impressed by that. Case in point, it started with KO.
Yep.
Which led to what Randy did on SmackDown. Then
Yep.
we have Xavier Woods.
Yep.
It led to that. Then we got R-Truth.
I didn't see Truth. I'm gonna go watch.
Lion didn't say nothing. He at the gym working out, and he just see Xavier Woods walk by, and he's looking at him like he ready to do something to him. I'm like, oh man, he didn't say a word in the video. I was like,
okay then, I'm with that. I'm with that. Let's go.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, is this about the fact that he didn't? Because I'm like, when I looked at the video when they faced off in that number one contenders tag team match, you know, what's the name went after Miz, or Truth went after Miz, and then he helped them win against the Final Testament, AOP. And then that's what led to the Y6 coming out later.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. What if this is just a crazy possibility? What if R-Truth goes to the Y6, asks them for their help against Final Testament while he gets the Miz? So the rest of them are fighting. He goes after the Miz.
That means
and they all do it.
That means he's done with the Judgment Day stuff.
Yes.
Means he's done with the Judgment Day stuff for good.
Yes. Yes.
And it's all about him going after Miz.
Yes. And because the Y6 has a mark on Final Testament and the Miz, it makes it even greater that you add him in that storyline. That's gonna be crazy. Put him in there, dude. I think that would be so dope. Let him go and say, hey, I mean, and really have him have that conversation with Uncle Howdy. And Uncle Howdy say, will be like, hey man, I've watched you, and you lost your family. You can be with us and you can come join us. And I see, dude, let it happen. Let's go.
But does it defer, or is he going to defer from the comedic effect that he's had on WWE? Because remember, he's been so
Still let him do it. Still let him do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are the dark side. You're gonna need something that's gonna bring that kind of, it's R-Truth too, man. Everybody expect it now. It's almost kind of like we expect when you see R-Truth, he's gonna say something dumb. And think about doing it with them, and they don't smile, they don't say nothing. They don't look at them no kind of way. And it may turn to the funhouse for real. So we talk about a real depiction of the funhouse, and R-Truth being the string man of trying to get them to change. Yeah, man, trying to get them to change their character and stuff. Man, it'll be so unique.
Why we not in this room, dude? Why we not in this writer's room?
Connecticut.
Why we not in this writer's room, dude?
I need y'all to call me today. We coming.
Y'all keep taking our stuff. Y'all hear what's going on this show.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that would be so crazy. That'll be so crazy. I wouldn't even be surprised if it happened that he just go and ask for their help, and they just willingly go do it because they got beef with Final Testament. They after the Miz already because of what the Miz has been doing. I think it just works. It gives that fullness. Now, my only other thing, and I know we got a few more minutes, is getting this bloodline storyline together, because at the end of the show, Roman is just standing there looking like, dang, I really do need them. He has that look of like, yo, I really do need them. Let me see what I need to do to fix this. And we don't know the interaction between him and Jay other than the last time that they had that encounter. And so what you got to be mindful of is that it's going to give us a different look. Now, when I went and looked at the YouTube video of them three sitting around talking, they're talking about calling this group the OG bloodline. So this is called the OG bloodline with the three of them, which is what makes this now the OG. I told you this was gonna be Wolfpack. I said this is NWO original versus NWO Wolfpack. I said that. I specifically, what my dog is barking for?
He's barking hard.
Yeah, he barking hard. I'm gonna see what he barking for. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, that's what you got to deal with your dog. Hey, but damn, but like with this whole thing, you did say that, and I was like, I hope they don't do it. But as we get into a civil war, it's getting because it's going to be a civil war, folks. It's literally going to happen right now as we speaking, and I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever. But it's all part of the storyline. That means you got the OGs, you got the new bloodline, and the newest group that's being behind the scenes. The question is going to become who's going to be the fourth member of this group, of this OG. Is Sami Zayn going to be in it? Because Sami has not been doing much as of late. He has not been saying anything. They have took him off television, maybe because he's resting. Remember, that was 2 hours of Raw, right? You got to allow more of the wrestlers to do their rest, right? Sami Zayn has not been featured on television since he had his run-in with Gunther.
Yeah.
Right, so
yeah.
that's a span of 20 days.
What do we do, man? What do we do? What do we do in these situations?
Is he the fourth man? Is he the fourth man? You know how we got to get, since you want to throw NWO out there so much.
I'm telling you, man, watch it. This is what that is. It's the Wolf Pack. I'm telling you, you don't want to hear me. I've been saying this for the longest, man. This is the Wolf Pack. This is the Wolf Pack versus the original NWO. They have now made it a one brand that is broken into two different family members or two different entities that they're going to spin this, and you're going to see it across the whole branding. That when they start doing this OG bloodline, it's going to have a different color. It's going to have a different look because they got to separate the two.
All right.
Mind you, this bloodline been all red. Watch and see how this next one gonna turn out. It's gonna be dope.
All right.
It's gonna be dope.
We gotta put a pin on it. We gotta put a pin on it.
We gotta come back to it. Yeah, we gotta come back to it.
If Wednesday is good, then we can do it then. If not, Friday, we'll be back at it for sure. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to this edition of the A Train Show.
Yep.
Appreciate everybody coming in and chime in. Those that did chime in for the show today. Make sure you go to Fuel Sports Network on X, and you can go fuelsportsnetwork.com for everything going on with Fuel. And we'll catch y'all next time right here on Fuel Sports Network. The good Reverend Doctor is out. So am I. See y'all next time.